Well, welcome everyone to the Success Triad Masterclass Day 5. I am so excited and so happy to meet you again today. We are continuing our beautiful conversation, our deep conversation actually, about the Success Triad, about the three dimensions, and about how to use them to vibe forward, to change your life, to create your dream goals, to magnetize romance into your life, relationships into your life, wealth into your life, and also, but most importantly, inner peace and feeling good about you. So let me know if you've been with me this past days. If you are meeting me for the first time, say hello. I would like to welcome you to the Success Triad. You will still have access to the different sessions. All the sessions will be available for the whole week. Everything will be taken out by next Monday, because we will be starting in our programs. And actually, today I would invite you to stay because I have a beautiful guest that will join me, and I will also talk about a special, very program that we were launching and we will be starting in a couple of weeks. And I want you to be with us in this because this conversation, what it does, it opens your consciousness that about the possibilities, about things that you can improve, things that you can harness in terms of qualities, and how you lead yourself to better in your life, to become the great leader you want to be, the thought leader, the reference you want to become in your own field. And this conversation, I would love for you to take it a step further because the being in those vibes, being in this type of awareness and consciousness and inspirations and motivations is good, but what do you do with it? And this is what is really important: is what do you do with it? Hello, Amani, so happy to see you here and to meet you again. I'm really, really happy. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoyed every minute of these sessions. Oh, I love you, Amani. You're an incredible woman. And so, what I want to do is, let's just have review a bit what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about balance. We talked about the importance of creating a balance in your life. Often when we get so focused in wanting all the goals, wanting all, the results, wanting everything, like I want to get married, I want to have the children, I want to have the beautiful family, I want to have the job, I want to be a leader, I want to be a star, I want to be known, I want to all of that. And so what we do is that we stay so focused and so frustrated when we don't see things happening, and it's actually plays the opposite. I mean, doesn't play the right, it doesn't help me, doesn't it's not something that I use to actually vibe forward. What it does, it either stagnates, make me feel stagnating in my own place, or even worse, it actually pull me back each time I feel frustrated, each time I feel bad, each time I feel like this is useless. I'm not going anywhere. I don't think it's going to work for me. I think there is something wrong with this whole thing. That's not even true. And so you even shrink down even more instead of actually being always aligned and using your faith to navigate through all the process, because you understand what energetic projection means, what we talked about yesterday, which is that you are in a process of becoming the great person you want to be, getting closer to your dream job, getting closer to a seven-figure company because you want to be an entrepreneur, because you are an entrepreneur, because you're ready to scale. Hi, we did. Welcome. If this is the first time, if you didn't get the workbook, drop your email and I'll have someone from the team sending you the workbook and you get access to the replay. So it's okay. It's great. I'm so happy to have you, and you can go back and watch some of the things. So the balance means that you don't just focus on that only goal. The balance means focusing on the five pillars. We started yesterday by talking about spirituality. How are you doing in that compartment? How are you related and using and understanding spirituality and bringing it into your life, whether it is through meditation, through prayers, through celebrating different events that makes you feel elevated spiritually, that makes you feel that you really taking into consideration that that safety net that comes from surrendering to the bigger force, to be connected with the divine, to understand the universal intelligence, and you can see it as you see it. It could be the cosmos, mother nature, whatever you believe in, but that pillar is extremely important and very powerful, and you want to have that pillar so strong. And it's interesting because I start with that pillar because to me, spirituality is the start of everything. When something overwhelming happens, go back to spirituality. When things, events that occurs that just you don't understand, they don't make sense, and it just doesn't make sense, go back to spirituality. When you want so badly to create something extraordinary, surrender to spirituality and have faith that there will be an invisible team with you to help you get closer to what you want to create in your life. If you want to have the most beautiful romance, the most beautiful relationship, it's have faith that you will find your match. Have faith that when you create a family, you will have the most beautiful children. It all comes back to spirituality. Spirituality is a gateway to finding peace inside you, to finding peace because you surrender to a bigger force, because you know that the bigger force is there. And more you understand it and more you surrender to that, more you will bring it into your life, and more you will have evidence that it is actually with you no matter what. And so that pillar is so powerful and so strong. The second one is about health. I want to see if everybody is following me. I can see a lot of people on Instagram. Hi, hello, everyone. I am not able to see all the comments, but I'm so happy to be with you. Send me some emojis. I can see them coming up. And let's dive into the importance of balance before I will talk about leadership. But let's understand this balance, because I want you really from this conversation today to feel like it's not just about going after my goal. It's about the whole, creating a whole mechanism that makes you feel balanced in your life. And so it's not, it don't even, doesn't even make sense, this conversation discussion about balancing personal and professional life. It's not something that comes on top of things. It's what you start with. And this is what I want you to shift today your mind with. Balance is your starting point, and then the rest comes. And so in that first pillar, spirituality, the second one is your health. How is your health? How is your mental and physical health? You want to make sure that your mental health is protected. You don't get yourself drawn into a vortex of negativity, into a vortex of painful events that you remember and talk about, and just get yourself completely stuck in, because that's your way, that's a way for depression. And you want to protect your mental health. You don't want to over drain yourself by overthinking about things, by feeling that you're not enough, by doing and never feeling that it's satisfying. And so that's draining you from a mental health perspective. And in that compartment, you want to take care of you. You want to be aware of you and loving you, and being aware when things are just overwhelming you and you're going to just not feel good. You do not want to be around people that not make you feel good, toxicity that doesn't help you in your life. Protect yourself. And this mental health is so essential. In that same pillar, there is your physical health. Are you moving in your life? Do you do things to feel physically fit? Because you want to have energy to become a great you. You want to have energy to make great money. You want to have energy to attract and magnetize people, opportunities, followers, interest. And that comes by you being so on top of your physical health. So this pillar is extremely important. The third one is around relationships. And relationships, the first one and the most important one is the relationship you have with yourself. That's the one you want to take care of first and so well. So, how do you relate to yourself? Do you look at yourself with care and love? Do you treat yourself with respect? Do you treat yourself with honor? Because if you don't do that, how would you expect others to treat you with respect, to treat you, to honor you, to appreciate you? If you want love, start by loving you. If you want appreciation, start by appreciating you. If you want respect, start by respecting yourself. It all starts from within. And that's the most powerful relationship. Because when you master the relationship that you have with yourself, you will be able to create incredible relationship with your friends, with your partners, with your clients, with your potential employee, potential employers, because everything around starts with relationship. But the start of that relationship is you. That's why the you is extremely important. They fill in yourself with so much love, with so much care, being proud of who you are. Even if you've gone through something so hurtful and so difficult, forgive yourself. Life can throw things our way, and sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we don't understand things, sometimes we trigger things and it backlash, but it's not your fault. You need to forgive yourself. This is how you heal the relationship with yourself. So the pillar about relationship is actually the center one, and to me is the one that articulates everything around you, because even in spirituality, it's your relationship with the divine, with the universe, with Mother Nature, with whatever faith you have. It's your relationship. With your health is your relationship with your body, with your mental, and even with your clients, with your profession. So everything starts in the relationship. It's like the starting point. The fourth one is profession. Do you like what you do? Do you love what you do? Is it aligned with your true passion? Do you feel like, oh, I'm so excited this morning, I'm going to work because we're going to have this meeting, I'm going to do that? Do you have that spark? That's the professional pillar. You want to sparkle some passion in it, because if you don't, you get bored fast. And if you don't, you know what's going to end up doing? You're just going to do the minimum at work because, it pays the bills. So you're just going to sustain it with that, with no life, with no spark, with no. And when we don't have that, you know, I think I mentioned that in day two, how you need to be feeling alive. And to feel alive, we need the passion. You need to understand the why you do the work, and actually you do it for why you're doing it. And you need to choose the profession, the expertise, the field that fits you best. So, and you give it your all, because it's excellence that will make you succeed. It's excellence that would attract wealth into your life, attract opportunities. It's your excellence. So you want to show up in that compartment with full of excellence. And then finally, the fifth one is about money. And money is, again, it's a relationship. How do you relate to money? What's your story around money? How do you feel about money? And all of these pillars, you want to look at them in parallel. You don't want to be focused on money because thinking that this is the way you will attract it into your life because you want. That's not, we don't attract money by chasing money. That's not the way it works. You don't want to focus on your relationships with forgetting all the rest. It starts with every pillar has a weight that you want to give. You want to have to be able to grow in parallel in those different ones. Okay. So if everybody's with me, put me fives. I want to see fives, because these are the five pillars you want to make sure that you have them in your life. Five pillars you want to work in each one in parallel. You don't say, I'm just going to focus on profession. I'm just going to be really actually work so hard so that I can make money. And then I will take care of my family and take care of the kids, because by that time the kids will be grown. You'll be feeling bad and sorry of not having seen them all the time. You won't be able to focus on money because let me just make money, and then what is it going to be useful for if you haven't taken care of your health? How useful would that be? Not really. And that's why you want to make sure that you balance all of those pillars, so that you stand on a foundation that is strong. So the question is, what is the impact really of this doing this inner work, understanding these pillars, being able to say, okay, let me think about me, my relationship, let me understand the energetics, let me work on my mindset. Why would you do that? Why do you think it's important? While everyone in his mind and her mind, the first question that we have is, what do I do to get started? How do I make money? How do I get fast, six figure, we get fast a million? Like, this is the how do I get there? How do I get the results? How do I become a star? How do I become a brand? How do I get million followers? How do I get 100 likes? The how is the continuous question. But the how, if you can see, is always about the results. How do I get the results? But even if you get the results and you don't have those pillars and the foundation, and you don't have a strong inner power, inner understanding, you will get to a point where you're like, why did I do that? What was it for? You'll get to the point where you feel hollow because something will be missing. That's why you want to build an extraordinary life, and then you get the results. You want to build a powerful you inside, and then you attract the results. You want to be truly in love of life, of your life. And the only way you can be that is by finding this balance, by creating this balance and attracting whatever you want into your life, because it will come. So the inner work is the most important things. The inner game is the one that will help you reach the leadership position you want, the wealth you want to create, attract the relationships you want to have in your life. It starts by your inner work. And this is why I insist today. As you know, I'm an engineer, I'm a strategist. I had held several leadership positions, and I've been an entrepreneur since 2014. I've already reached multiple seven figures, had to restart again, and creating today's successful digital business. But you know what helped me? It's the inner work. That's the one that helped me. Because when you get faced with a lot of challenges, you can always rely on that confidence boost that you have from the experience, the expertise, the knowledge, the degrees, all of that. But that is not enough when you need to understand yourself, when you need to recreate yourself, when you need to reboost yourself. And anyone successful does not walk a walk with everything so smooth and easy. More your dreams are big, more the challenges will be big. And so, more the challenges are big, more you need to be on top of all your inner work, your inner game. What's happening in you? Who are you inside? How do you relate to you? Okay. Yeah. So give me some love, some emojis. I want to see you. Hi. I want to greet all the people on Instagram, people on LinkedIn. Widad is following. Hello, everyone. So just let me know how this resonates with you. Because what I know is that if you check and look for what do they have successful people, we always, we talk about success a lot, and I write about success a lot. And when you think about it, what do they have? What do they have different? When you were to describe what a successful person is, what would you say? We will talk about their drive. We'll talk about self-resilience, their confidence, their willpower, communication skills, a passion for what they do, like their self-reliance, their discipline, their connections, their qualities, their empathy. And so when we describe the person that is successful, we use all those qualities. We never describe a person, they say, oh, she's successful, he's successful because he has money, because he's known, because he's connected. These are the results of a person that is successful. So what you want to do, not go chase those results, but rather work on harnessing and developing the qualities that makes a person successful. And so more we deepen the understand of what a successful person is, more you extract the real qualities that they need. They want, it's about leadership, it's about human connection, it's about communication, about empathy, creating real relationships, caring, for having a mission, believing in something, and being a spokesperson for that. And, you know, being so aligned with what they believe, and they are honest, they're integral, they're true to themselves, they lead themselves. That's what they have. Hey, honey, they're eloquent, exactly. These are the qualities of the successful person. And so that's why all you need to do is actually work on getting those qualities. That's your job. If you want to become the most successful and reach the wealth, more wealth than you can ever imagine, what you want is to focus on harnessing all those qualities, on making sure that you are on top of all this, of having a drive, of being motivated, of being self-confidence, boosting your confidence, of having the willpower, being passionate about your work, being so connected, understanding the importance of relationships, being calm, caring. When you speak, we feel connected. There is something that connects us because you speak from your heart. And when you speak from your heart, you are able to touch the other person who is listening to you because they connect, they relate to that. But which means that you really understand your inner self so much that you are not afraid of letting it be seen, letting it be heard. And this is why leadership is you leading yourself to what you want to become. That's how it starts. Leadership is you leading yourself. You lead yourself, and the rest follows. You lead yourself by creating the discipline you need so that you can reach the work that the successful work you want to do. You can reach the excellence you're looking for. You can use the discipline so that you can continuously walk towards your goals, because create a continuous trend of growth and evolution. It takes discipline. Growing takes discipline, takes consistency, takes really finding your why and sticking to it. And like, I am going to follow this because I know this is my path to get all the qualities that will make you stand out as the best leader. Because leaders, what they do is that they do not go and ask people to follow them. No, they lead themselves. They lead themselves by showing up, by becoming a concept, a real proof of the concept that they believe in, by walking the walk, by showing others what's possible, but not because they want to show others what's possible. No, because they are leading themselves to become the thought leader they want to become, to become the voice for whatever belief, wherever drive, mission they choose to be and to have as their why, and was what they focus on. So they lead themselves, and by leading themselves they magnetize others, because there is nothing more beautiful, more magical, more attractive than someone who is alive, loving what they do, and doing it and caring about it, and doing it because they truly believe in it, and doing it because it matches their values and who they are. And they keep on doing it because they love to serve, they love to share, they love to do the work they do. And that's what magnetizes others. And by leading yourself, you lead others. See? So people get drained when what they do is lead others. So if you have employees, you lead them, you get tired. If you're a mom and you spend your days leading your children, leading your partner, leading the house, you get drained. You need to lead yourself and the rest follow. You lead, you start by leading you, and all the rest follow. Because by being disciplined, everyone around you will follow the path. By being happy, in love of life, everyone around you will follow your path. By being excited about life, passionate about life, loving everything you do, you will lead others to calibrate to that and to feel the same. And so what you need is to a lot of creativity, because creativity and leadership comes together. Because creativity, it means having new ideas continuously. Having that creativity makes you feel like you are not here to copy others and do similar and then try to find something different so that it looks a little bit different. But you don't need to do that. You have everything in you. You can stimulate your creativity so that you can become with your uniqueness the incredible leader. Okay, so you are the good leader, you become the incredible leader, and when people choose you, then you are their best leader, you see. And that comes by first working on the inner work and working on that. You know what's interesting? Because what have really changed me completely is when I realized that, when I started understanding about the different universal laws of the universe, things that are behind the secrets, the law of attraction, because the law of attraction is one big law, and then you have many, many others law around it. And when we talk about the law of the universe, it's really the laws that you don't discuss. They are what they are. And one of like the law of gravity, anything will fall. You have an apple on the tree, in the tree, it will fall down. There is no exceptions. There is no time where it will be different. So the one that really was a big one for me was the law of compensation. And so when I started digging into understanding what it means, because a lot of people, this how, asking the questions about how, is something that we all have. How do I get money? How do I become successful? How do I reach this? How do I do that? So it all is summarized in this law of compensation. And what the law of compensation says is that whatever you receive as compensation, so let's make it about money, is correlated to three things. One is the need for what you do. And that's why it's important to find something that you love, but the word needs a service you can provide. And I know there is so much space for everyone that there is no way you cannot find something you love doing, giving and serving, and one part of the world needs it. And the second one is your excellence in doing it. How good are you in this expertise? How are you? You advance, how are you in this expertise? And the third one is the difficulty there is in replacing you. And the third one is something you don't want to focus on because everybody is replaceable. That's how life is. But then the one you want to really focus on is being the best at what you do, is being so excellent at what you do. And when you focus on that, you get compensated for it. This is how you attract results. This is how you attract money. This is how you attract appreciation. This is how you attract everything into your life. Okay. So I'm going to continue because I see that Marion, my beautiful guest, is on the backstage. I'm going to bring you up, Marion. So happy to have you. Hello and welcome. Give her some love. Let's welcome beautiful Marion van den Boer, who's connecting from Netherlands.
Thank you very much. I always love the pronunciation. Thank you, Dr. Hynd.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me. I've followed some of the sessions already. I love to see people coming back, and well, that's also something that's has my interest, and what I saw you doing as well. And now talking about leadership. Leadership is leading yourself. But something that helps me, hello, Nivas, thank you. What helps me, it's leading ourselves. But how can we lead ourselves if we only have ourselves?
Yeah,
That would be very easy. Then it's only our life. There's nobody else. But leadership is about leading ourselves in the world.
exactly.
And as a woman of the world, as you are living across the ocean, working internationally, globally, well, we both love it. We know what we're talking about.
Yes,
Leadership is something that we do together.
absolutely.
And my heart starts beating faster already because I love it how also in our mastermind group with Alessandra, with all the women actually, it's amazing to see the different fields of expertise, to see the different sectors, cultural backgrounds,
Yes.
which gives another very interesting source of communication because we've spoken about Ramadan, but we've
Yeah,
also spoken about Easter.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
only one example because there is way more. We also spoke about Israel and
Yeah,
things
and Hanukkah, that's
there.
right.
So it's everything that passes by. So it broadens our perspective. It triggers more interest,
Mhm.
and that's what I find very interesting about mastermind group and attending sessions like this. Of course, the session what you're talking about, it's let's say general information. It's something to work with all over the world.
Yes.
But leadership is also when we talk about leadership and what we also do in the mastermind group is
Mhm.
accountability.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Part of accountability. Now I start with the fun part of accountability.
Yeah,
The
and that's your
celebrations.
big thing. Yeah.
Oh, celebrations! I love them. The small
Yeah.
celebrations from a son going to Harvard, or
Yes.
birthday, or small things, but also celebrations. Someone starting a new position, or saying goodbye to another position, or so many interesting things. That's amazing.
Mm.
And
And when you have a group where you can share it with, then it makes
yes,
it.
indeed, indeed, and that's I came up with something, and I
Mhm.
actually I like the name accountability.
Yeah,
That's so important
it
because
is.
for me, at least, I find it difficult. When I would be alone on the world, it would be easy. It's
That's
my
true.
life. I don't care about others, and I don't need to manage my family or business or anything else.
Mm.
It's okay. But there are so many more triggers and things that you need to deal with. So
Mhm.
you're accountable for many things, and it's easier to well to support each other and have commitment in a group. So, uh, what I'm going to do is going to have an accountability power mastermind group.
Wonderful.
So, yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. It's I
And I
look
think I
forward.
think I want to take a moment to really talk about you because you are such an
Mm,
incredible woman who,
I wish
spent you really are. You spent many years in as an executive in the corporate world. And I think what I found it extremely beautiful is how you have this spiritual awareness, and yet you are so advanced as a corporate, as an executive, and you are able to merge between these two. And that what makes you so unique, Marion. And I think, and I salute you for that, and I congratulate you for the work you do, and also how you are positioning yourself to today as a leader in mixing between spirituality and business. And so I wanted to say that because really it is such an impressive position, and I think it's very important to be able to speak about it and to stand as a voice for it.
thank you very much. Yeah, as I say, I always forget about that part because it's so natural for me. Yes, I've
Yes.
been in the corporate world and I know about
Yes.
spirituality, and it's kind of like I'm doing that just normally.
Yeah.
But that's definitely important because in the corporate world you can be taken well all over the world without being present.
Hmm. Hmm.
And in that perspective, the spirituality is so important that you know who you are, where you are, what is your mission, what is your passion, what is your true passion, and where do you come from,
Hmm.
where do you want to go, and what I always love in this is that things are fluid. or
Yeah.
flowing, or you can talk about vibration or energy. You know,
Yeah.
things are not fixed, and that's also
That's right.
why the accountability power on a monthly basis.
Mhm.
Because the goal that you set in, let's say now it's April, in
Mhm.
September the goal can be different because of circumstances, external circumstances, or something that happened to you in your health, or uh, whatever. You found a new house, so oh my God, things are changing. I
Yeah.
cannot reach my goal now. It's okay,
Yeah.
because then things shift, but
Mm.
it's all for the better. So that's, as I say, the monthly accountability power is fluid, and when you do this together, you can elaborate. You can, as I sometimes say, sometimes we need a medium to
Mhm.
translate what we are feeling
Absolutely.
in our minds, to put words to it,
Mm.
and that's
That's true.
commitments, supports, and of course the creativity that we have together is it's much bigger than by ourselves. And in
Yes.
the end, the celebrations together, of course.
I love that. So you're launching this new program, and it's gonna be called accountability. Yeah, that is the name you have.
Accountability power.
I love that
Yeah,
accountability power. And so this program you will be launching it. It's like they meet how often would they meet for your
on a
program?
monthly basis.
A monthly
Yeah.
basis, and you help women and men or just women? How do
And
you
men, of course, men are
and men?
also welcome. I also saw men in your group. I mean,
Yes,
you
that's
want
true.
to become a president of France,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
also
that's
need
true.
accountability
That's true.
power. I'm sure about it. Amazing.
That's amazing. So whoever is interested in really getting to know Marion and having somebody who can be there to help them with their goals and just be accounted for. And I think we all need that to have an accountability person, because you get motivated. You get like as soon as like you're like, oh, let's just leave this for tomorrow. I'm like, no, no, no. I have this person. I need to go and share what I've done, and it's extremely important. Yeah, very nice,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not about the hour that we are together. It's
Yes.
indeed the energy that comes up, and then the rest of the day you feel the energy. Like, oh, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that. Or we all have to do it ourselves. I cannot do the work for you. I will not, because that's not how I like to work. Everybody
Mm.
has to do her work herself, because or his work, because you are best at what you do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Always. And it's true. And we like to have a work buddy, somebody who's like there with us. It's just more fun. It makes it, less lonely. And I mean, I know, and your work is so useful, because a lot of people we have, saying like, it's lonely at the top. If you're going to go and become an entrepreneur, it's a lonely journey. It doesn't have to be lonely. It's not true.
Yeah.
There are so many incredible people doing incredible things, and this is why connections are important. And that's what I love about, even our mastermind is connecting with incredible women like you and with women from around the world. And it just makes you feel like we are the same, and we create that empathy inside us that makes you care for the others as much as you care for you. And that's how the world will change, really. Mm.
Yeah, indeed. It's we are all the same across the globe. But the interesting thing, as we have spoke about religions, there are so many characteristics that, for example, when I was in between a group of African women, I'm from
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Ah,
It's different vibration than European women, and it's Asian, Nepali women. It's, and combining all that together, and connecting from one side to the world to the other side. I mean, also in accountability, you can support and help each other. If, I don't know, in Australia, someone needs a contact to for a supplier or a lawyer,
mm.
yes, let's brainstorm together and connect,
That's
because
right. Yeah.
it's all so nearby.
Yeah. And this digital world had made everything so connected. It's just incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love for you to share your experience about being in the mastermind, the leaders mastermind, working together. You're in the private container as well. I mean, like, what would you like to say about it? How did it help you in your life?
It's I wrote one thing down. One of my accountability helps is my diary. Every morning I write down
Yeah.
things that I'm grateful for. And actually, this morning I wrote down like I'm so grateful for Dr. Hynd that she's
Oh,
there with me already for quite some time already. But
yes.
I've had moments that I thought like, oh, it's never gonna work. Maybe you know them as well. Other people will know it as well. Like, oh, today the worlds will clash, and I don't care.
Yes.
That, but when we are then going to have a call, either with the two of us or in a mastermind group, um, it's giving back the energy. Sometimes with a simple exercise, but a simple exercise can change your energy at that moment and then shift like, okay, so I can do this. And also think big.
Mm.
That's what I really like as well. Think big. No, not small. Just big and do it. Just do it.
And
Yeah.
you got it. You have everything to do it. And I think, as a mother, as a mother of three, and you are such a busy woman, but you have so much love that I see you share with your children, share with everyone, and this is what the we want to have. Even when you work, you're going to launch accountability power, and I'm sure it's going to be a success because you bring that caring, the same way you care for your family, you care for others. And that's so unique and so beautiful about you. And this is what makes you, and we were talking just earlier about how you lead by leading yourself. And as you lead yourself, you attract everyone who's wants to calibrate to that beauty. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing to be part of a group like this. And I thank you very much for having me here today and
Mm,
for all the big support, small support, and WhatsApp. And
yeah.
it's amazing.
Thank you so
And you know one thing,
much. Mhm.
birthday flowers from Dr. Hind, they will stay for a month.
That's right.
As well.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, thank you.
You
I
are
did.
beautiful. Thank you so much for coming in today. I send you so much love. I love you, Marion, and I all the success. And whoever would like to connect with Marion, she's here. I'm gonna drop your link, and I will make a post about this so that you get some interesting women from all around the world and men, because we're followed by both of us.
Thank you. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. That's incredible. This incredible work that we do is makes us connect with beautiful women from around the world who are doing amazing impact and who have so much to give. And we were talking about it earlier. Is the one more you work about your inner game, more you're on top of it, more you open your consciousness, more you start dreaming for big, more you are able to create the amazing success you want, to be creative and come out with a program like she has this beautiful program called Accountability Power. And it's just everybody needs something like this, because everyone needs to be in a container where you have someone that tells you, okay, let me see at the end of the month, what do I get? What did I do this as I did I manage to do all the tasks or not? Because what we end up doing, we have all those to-do lists and we are so good at them, making the to-do list. And if it wasn't enough, we make it so confusing and so complicated so that it feels like my to-do list is long and crazy and I'm overwhelmed, and it mirrors my inner feelings. And so what you want is like, and before Marion came up, we were talking about the law of compensation. And the law of compensation, one of the most important thing is one, to find the need for what you do. The accountability power, her program, everybody needs it. There is such a need for it. Being able to create and structure a program that is needed, that's the first step for success, the first step to attract the clients for you, the first step to be compensated for what you do and being so good at what you do. And I think being so good, it's about pushing yourself, being mentored, being finding someone you aspire to that just pushes you. And I think the way we work in our mastermind, leaders mastermind, is with leaders. We are all leaders, everyone is a leader. So actually, shoulders to shoulder, we elevate together. Shoulder to shoulder, we aspire to create great impact, to create great wealth, to make a difference, to shake the statu quo, to stand out and say, we are leaders with empathy, with love. Whatever we want for me, I want for you, I want for all of us. It's that, feeling that, I care and I truly care. It's not even pretending, it's truly caring for everything around you. Marion is a mother of three, and the love that she pours on her children, it's incredible. And how she dedicates her time, yet she finds the time to be a corporate executive, and now her own launching different programs. And that balance comes to balancing the five pillars we discussed. It is about balance. Life is about balance. Feeling good is about finding balance, is really being the mother you want to be because that's who you are, being the mom, the leader you want to be because that's who you are, being the executive you want to be because that's who you are, creating, being creative because that's who you are, and loving what you do. And this is what we want more of. Okay, so if this resonates with you, give me some fives. We're going to stick with fives today. Me five. And what I would like to do is I would like to invite you to continue the conversation together, to come into my energy and to come into our world and join our programs. There are several ways for you to start. This conversation is a first step for you to understand that if you want to create the wealth that you can even dream of, you want to attract the most beautiful relationships, if you want to romanticize your life, to fall in love with your life, you want to start with your inner work. And you don't want to start with an inner work in a very woo woo, meditation and woo-woo stuff. That's not what we do, but it's really a voyage into the understanding of how the mind works, how you can power up your mindset, how you can shift your mindset to get the mindset of success, the mindset of attracting opportunities and wealth, and the mindset of a great leadership with great impact. And so we have two possibilities. You can start, if you would like to jump in the mastermind, we would love to have you with us. That you've met yesterday, Alessandra, you've met Marion. We have others, incredible women that you've seen in different seminars. And what we do is for 6 months we work together. You have different pace. There is a pace where you get access to the digital platform, so you have your own way of following step by step to shifting your mindset completely, to really become so strong that you can lead yourself. You can have that drive that is the number one quality of success, that you can have that self-confidence, the self-reliance, the resilience, the disciplines, the consistency, the presence, the communication, the connections, the relationships, the caring, the empathy comes from understanding you. And that's the mindset. So we work on the mindset, understanding how to become intentional and use your mind to create the thoughts that would help you reach the result you want. And it has also emotional intelligence. But especially for this one, we are launching a program that is accessible, which you can take, and it's called Evolve. So we will ready to, if you're ready to jump in the program is covers mindset and an emotional intelligence. It's a 6 modules, which will start in the 24th of April. And so we'll have 3 modules in April and 3 modules in May. And this is special price. So I want to invite you to grab it today. It's $510, which is 5,100 dirhams. If you would like to pay in dirhams, it's possible. If you'd like to pay in dollars or in euros, there is the link. So if you are interested in working, in deepening this and understanding your mindset and understanding how you can shift your thinking, it's spread over 21 days, because we're talking about emotions and we're talking about your inner way of being. And this is not, it takes time. It's not just 1 day, 2 days. So you get 3 modules, and then there is work to do. And then we meet again in May for the 3 more modules. And so this Evolve, it's something that you can start with. If the mastermind is still a big, you can start with this one. If you're ready to do in the mastermind, it's a 6-month process. But you can upgrade once you start with Evolve, and you can go and take the other one after that. So if you are in the mastermind, you get access to Evolve, and you will also get access to Shine, which is another program about branding, which will be launched in June. But if you want both of them, you can get them today as a bundle for $960, which is an extremely beautiful price, because the brand, the Shine, will be at $600 later. So instead of 500 plus 600, you get 960, both of them, if you get them today. So if you're interested, just DM us or send me or say Evolve, and we'll send you the link to be with us, and to work on your mindset, to understand the dynamic between the intellect, the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind, and to understand the paradigm. How do you shift that paradigm so that you can create the life that you want? You can be on top of what you feel inside. It comes from understanding the paradigm. So we dive into the mindset, we understand the paradigm, we understand the constraints that are invisible, yet they're blocking. They're blocking us from dreaming bigger. They're blocking us from aspiring for more bigger objectives, and they're blocking us from not reaching what you want to reach, because it's too far away, it's just not possible, it's not doable. And so these Evolve, it makes you really evolve to a greater identity. It makes you evolve to a greater version of you and a greater expression of yourself. And this is why this is extremely important. It's the number one thing you want to do to start shifting your life. So if you're interested, give me a yes, just say yes, and we'll send you the details for so that you can join this beautiful program. This is first time we're doing it in English. I've been teaching it in French, and now we're doing it in English for a handful of, for a few people, because, and at this very, very special price. And it also, and so for the mastermind, if you would like to come in the mastermind, because you want to lead yourself to something bigger, because you want to transform your life completely, you want, and many examples: women getting promoted, women creating 7-figure businesses inside the mastermind, inside, and I mean it, inside. We have this lady who started, she was in the real estate business, in the building and selling the apartments, and then she didn't like that anymore, so she shifted. She became a designer, and she designed her for 3 months. She was designing, she's in traditional clothing, there is modernized, and she was able to do a private sale and sell all of it and make a 6-figure. I mean, these examples are examples that blew my mind myself. I am so extremely mesmerized with the results and the changes, because once you work on your inner power, once you work on you are on top of your inner game, everything become possible. You attract things into your life, you reach the success you want to do. They've been women who are scaled from to 7 figures. I have also women who became a TV star, a radio stars, having their own radio show. And the most important is just fall in love with life again, romanticize in your life. If you're looking for a partner, it doesn't start by being so busy looking for him or her. You need to focus on you and romanticize you, just like if you are in the most beautiful relationship, because that feeling, those vibes will attract wherever you want into your life, will attract the romance into your life, will attract love, will attract appreciation, will attract gift, will attract celebrations. And this is what you want. So the mastermind is 6 months. We meet every Monday We meet together for an hour and a half, where there is either I do some teaching, but there are also some hot seat coaching. But what's nice about the mastermind is that we have office hours once a month, so we can meet together, whatever it takes. Because what I want is to be able to define the best strategy that fits you, whether it is to create a new business, whether it is to create a new foundation, whether it is to aspire for a promotion, to change job, to go to a bigger job, to become a celebrity in your field, to be known in your field, to become a thought leader, or to be a go-to experts. I mean, and you saw it from Marion. She said it. We aim for excellence. We go high level. We are the high Harvard level excellence things that we do. And we have women reaching, becoming, speaking in high level arenas, because that's what we believe. We believe in excellence in what we do, and in the excellence of what you do and what you provide and the service you give. We also inside the mastermind we specialize in everything that will make you stand out as a great leader. Because leadership is not about only communication, it's not about knowing how to make money and marketing. No, it's more than that. Beside the mindset and the emotional intelligence that is so important, because that's the energetic part, it's really how to balance between feminine energy and masculine energy, how to use your feminine energy, how to connect with that feminine energy and feel reborn, feel that everything is possible, feel that you can actually enjoy every part of your journey. Because success is not when you get there, it's the process of getting there. It's creating a path that is so beautiful. When you look at it on a hindsight, you want to say it, share it as a story. If just like if it was your movie and you are making the most beautiful scenery each time, even in the toughest moments, the toughest challenges, you take them this way. So we also work on visibility, on the branding, on how to express yourself, how to post, how to speak on social media, how to do videos on social media. This digital platform is a new way of connecting to everywhere in the world, and you don't want to miss that, because you are connected to 2 billion people at a click, which means that 2 billion people, which means the opportunities are abundant, are huge, are incredibly big. And there is space for everyone. There is space for every idea. There is space of every expertise. Anything you comes into your mind, if you're passionate about and love it, go for it. Make it your driving force. Make it your why. Make it your why, and make it that energy that push you continuously. Because when you know the why and it's connected with something you love, you find passion. And passion is the fuel you want to use, the fuel that will get you to your objective, to get you to your goal. Because if you get caught up in how, the how, the how is not something that is like 1, 2, 3, you do that. The how is the story, is the whole process. And even the mastermind, we do strategy. And strategy, we work on it. You get a meeting with me when we start, and we get another meeting once a month. And what we define is the best fit strategy for you. And then you have the time to go and implement it by setting up an action plan, by defining translating the action plan into a schedule and into planning in your calendar, so you follow, so you define, so when are you going to launch a program, when are you going to show up, when are you going to make a webinar, when are you going to speak, when are you going to have lives, when are you going to post, when are you going to write an article, when are you going to write a book. All of this comes into that strategy part. Then we cover leadership, so harnessing all the skills, leadership field, communication, becoming so eloquent. I saw one of the comments was about eloquence, and keeping the love, the empathy, because that's leadership. And also the global impact. What does it take? What does it mean to have a global impact? What's behind all these global drives and the sustainable development goals and everything the world is working towards? The world needs to reach to create, to prepare the planet for the next generation so that they have more peace, they have more love, they have greater opportunities, they truly believe in themselves, they care for each other, they lead, they become leaders full of love and empathy. So this is the mastermind. It's a holistic, beautiful, all-rounded experience. And what's nice is a lot of women in the mastermind, they stay on, they start and they sign again and they sign again, and that shows you that they feel elevated each time, because we meet you wherever you are, even if you are just starting. I know I have a question about that, actually, which is interesting, because tomorrow I have a Q&A. So if you have any question about the masterclass, about the programs, about anything, just write them down. I have created a thread in the Facebook group Fam Leader, where you can give, write your questions, and I'll be very happy to answer to that tomorrow. And so, uh, you know, whatever you want to become, to create, how do you want to, be in a network, in a collaboration with all female leaders, it makes you feel uh, in a sisterhood environment, and it feels good. It's very rewarding. And so the mastermind is open. So it's you can join at $900 per month, or you can pay in full, and it's $5,000 for 6 months. And we meet every week. You get all this, bonuses, which are all these programs. So you get Evolve, you get Shine, and there is two other ones coming up, which you will be very surprised to see, because the bonuses are just beautiful, and I want you to grab them. And you will also receive a copy of my book, which is very nice, which is this new Believe, Act, Lead. Voila, Believe, Act, Lead. So by signing in this week, you get a signed copy from me to your mailbox, where you can get started by reading the book and diving in. So if you're interested, you can find all the details. I'm going to ask Nibu if you can please share the website. It's www.balmethod.com/leaders mastermind. You get all the details. You can be ready to join and start with us on Monday. And let's work on your strategy. Let's work on making you the greatest leader. Let's work on creating your dream life. Let's understand your inner game, make it so strong and powerful, and define the best strategy for you, so that you can lead yourself to greatness, you can lead yourself to a dream life. So what I would like you to do, if you have any questions, I will be coming in tomorrow to answer all the questions. Just send any question. You can also put it in the thread, the Facebook. You can send it to me by email, you can send it to me on DM, and I will see you tomorrow the same time to answer every questions. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching us live. Thank you for watching us on replay. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.